Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Baylor Bears, McLean Stadium on the banks of the Brazos in Waco, Texas. As we'll see, the number 25 team in the country, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Baylor Bears. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Bears will boot it away to start the game. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Virginia Tech Hokies offense will have the opening possession of the game. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how's the guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape, because that was not pretty. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays, and so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game? Jesse, make it easy. Get them in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give them a chance to turn it over again. You don't need to put this losing streak to another digit in the column.
Yeah, I agree. I think there was two big things. I think, one, he was just pressing. He was trying to force the big play to happen when there were other completions to be had. So he's just got to do a better job being patient. And I think the guys around him also have to step up as well. They need to run the football. They need to get that control.
Oh, he's got some space. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. And the Hokies have it with a 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Hokies are moving quickly down the field. Looking for a crease to the left. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. 6-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. Looking to fire. There's the pressure. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. And the Hokies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. So Baylor's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. Now facing a 3rd and long. It's a draw. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. The Bears will bring the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
That is an impressive run. And I'll tell you, I know when we think Virginia Tech offense, we're always talking about running quarterbacks, but they've oftentimes had a running back to go along with that mobile QB threat. It makes this rushing attack so difficult to stop. This guy right here really has the ability to do it on his own, though. Because of his speed and power, he is dangerous.
Back to pass on second down. Got it set up on the outside. Turning it on. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
I love this running back and the job he does once he has the ball in his hands on this screen pass. He was real patient. You got to allow these 300-pound offensive linemen to sort of collect themselves and stammer down the field and try to block some of these linebackers and DBs, and that's exactly what the running back did. Great job with patience.
And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
It's very early in the college football season, but this coaching staff has to be very pleased by what they've seen from their quarterback. He's making real good decisions, and he's been accurate. That was his 100th completion early this year.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the tight end. Still on his feet. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal. The Hokies had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hokies! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Finds his tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. It's been a rough start for these guys, and you look down the schedule in the Big 12, there aren't many soft landing spots.
Well, no doubt about it. This team has had some bad breaks early this year in Big 12 play, but they've got to make good things happen, David. They've got to do a better job of executing offensively, defensively, and on special teams, and it's got to start today.
Yeah, finding a way to make those critical plays, because what do you know in the Big 12? There's always going to be a lot of scoring, right? And they've come up short, but I think as you find yourself throughout the season, you got to realize, I got to build those confidence. I got to make those plays, and once you do it once, and maybe it happens today, you start to build that confidence.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Catch inside the 30 and still running. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. And the Bears will hustle to the line. Motion from the wideout. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Hauls it in. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Back to pass. Dumps it off in the flats. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Really good job by the defense. Seeing the running back. Don't let that dude who's super fast, elusive, catch the ball in space. Nice job staying glued to him. As soon as he caught that puppy, he got drilled.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants it all. 6. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Firing to the right, complete. Still running at the 40. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got the quick pass. He'll pick up a few before being knocked out of bounds at the 31. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the catch. It's good. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
And the Hokies come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Breaks into... Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
No love lost between teams anytime they square off inside the Big Ten. Here's one that's just gone final. Penn State delivered the knockout blow, and I think the defense might have been the story here. LeVar Arrington, Shane Conlon, Jack Ham. There's another stud there at linebacker U. Really unexpected outcome in this intriguing Big Ten matchup, and the type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Quarterback on the keeper. He has the first and still on his feet. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Off the play fake. pressure coming. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Got his man on the right. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
The Bears come to the line with a new set of downs.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Boy, if that first down play was any indication, they might walk this thing in on 2nd and goal. They're trying to slam it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bears! The extra point here would tie the game.
And I like this offense not panicking, executing on this drive, and driving down the field and tying this football game up. I love the no panic, just stay chill, and now we got ourselves a football game.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Starting to feel a little pressure. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Finally, a defense. Looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last 2 drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there finally puts an end to that, we think. Setting up 4th down, and that might be a major play so far in this game to give them a lot of momentum moving forward.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. That's caught. It's good. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it. The Hokies send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. First one of the day is on its way, and he's been sort of scarce around here, only called on 1 time in that loss last week. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Finds his man. It's stopped. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Back to pass. Safe completion on the screen. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on fourth down. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush. They win up front.
He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Going right to work up top. Got out of trouble and throws. It's complete to the right. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Looking to throw on first down. Fires left. And that one's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place. It's
picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Slithers into space. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass. And the Bears will punt it away on fourth down. They'll look to pin him deep. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. The short hands, it's Dennis. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
We all want to push the ball down the field, down the field, down the field, but when you can dump it off to your running back and still make 10-plus yards, man, it makes you look like a really good play caller.
Floats it out in space. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Throws toward the end zone. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Well, this quarterback has really found a nice rhythm early, and he's in firm control and command of everything that's happening. They've had 2 drives, they've scored 2 touchdowns, and here on their 3rd possession, he still wants to take shots. That one obviously falls incomplete, but if you're him, I would keep spinning the beam.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. He's not quite going to make it to the marker. They'll spot it at the 37, and now a decision on 4th down. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. And it's no good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Waco. And it's been a hard-fought battle today. 2 teams out there playing ball and treating this crowd to a memorable first half. Seems to me, and I know I'm going to sound like a coach here, the team that limits turnovers and strings together productive drives is going to be the one celebrating a well-earned victory today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys along the banks of the Brazos River at McLean Stadium.
And the Hokies will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here. I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Got enough for the first down and wants more. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. The Bears have it with a 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
And the Bears with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. They're ripping off chunks of yardage and get it to the 33.
This coaching staff has really done a nice job marrying the play action game to their running game. That looked like that was going to be a run. Everything in that play said they're running the ball downhill. At the last second, quarterback pulled the football, and he was able to complete the throw.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
To the air on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Touchdown, Baylor! And that one will give him the lead. Talk about a breakdown in coverage. That might be the easiest catch he'll have all day.
it doesn't get much easier than that, except the hardest part about this is the walk to the sidelines, because then you have to justify what happened. And the defensive coach is going to be just a smidge upset that you left that guy wide open in the end zone for the big play.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. He'll try the left side. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The throw. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Really good coverage by this defense. They were aware of everyone on the field, and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to him. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to lose some focus and drop that football.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Caught in the backfield. It's good. He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Got his man on the right. Has plenty for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 28.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the 3rd quarter, 2nd half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the 2nd half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Hokies really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. And the Hokies are moving quickly down the field.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Fires to the big fella. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan limiting him so far. That's only his 2nd catch of the game.
Needs it to keep this drive alive. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. The Hokies kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Sure hands, it's good. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And the Hokies come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Here's a heat. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the 1st down. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only one play away from completely changing the momentum in this game. So the underdog, David, they've got to keep playing at a high level.
And they're the underdogs for a reason. So they've got to have some things go their way. They got to catch some breaks. And all they want to do, continue to fight, continue to hang around as long as possible and stay within a play or stay within some kind of big game-changing momentum play.
Remember, they missed a field goal on their last drive, but at the very least, they need to get back in field goal range here on third down. Just a short pass to the tight end. There he goes. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stops.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The Hokies trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. It's complete on the right side. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Hokies! Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
Extra point here will tie the game. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the 3rd quarter. So that was a lengthy 17-play drive, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. The give to the right. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Pulls it in. It's Gideon. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Working that left side now. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Trying play action. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
With the catch, it's Gideon. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. The Bears will line up to punt it away. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They tied it up with a touchdown drive, got some good work from their defense, and now here in the 4th quarter, an opportunity to move on top. The give to the back. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the deep.
Oh, he's got some space. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37.
We always talk about yak, and that was third and very manageable. They were just throwing the ball to the sticks, just trying to pick up a simple first. But when you've got playmakers like that can do things after the catch, any play could be an explosive one, and you saw it right there. Tremendous job getting it to him early, and he does the rest.
And a nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. That's reeled in. It's Dennis. And he's brought down after a nice game. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. And the Hokies have their offense in high gear. The give to the back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Now the play fake. He's got it and still on his feet. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. And this offense is so close they can almost taste taking a fourth-quarter lead. But they don't want to leave too much time on the clock for an answer. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
On second and goal, he carries again. Touchdown, Virginia Tech! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. He'll start the return inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Off the play fake on first down. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. And the Bears with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The idea was to sell that play fake. Nobody was buying it.
You're right, Reese. That D-line, they looked like they had their ears pinned back, and they were coming after the quarterback. You saw dudes rush upfield. They got to that QB fast.
Hey, this running back's got some sweet feet, not only to run, but to get a foot down in bounds.
Got that toe down. The foot was just small enough, Reese, to get that puppy down. But running backs, man, you can do so much with these guys and their speed and their athletic ability and trying to get the ball to them as many ways as you can.
Fires to the right. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. So can the defense get one more stop, one more time, and hold on to this lead? Soft spot in the middle. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. The Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. from the gun, the ground game.
And that 2-minute drill, man, you're searching for those first downs. You got to find them. Sometimes it's a run, sometimes it's a screen. Whatever it is, they choose to run the football here. Still time, but we're still in that hurry-up situation.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Got the back over the middle. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you got the formula right now. You got it right where you are.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances, and they'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their advantage. Now's not the time to get tight if you're the underdog winning this game late.
Looking downfield on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to throw again. Finds the tight end. Quick timeout called by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
What a fantastic job by the defense that time, forcing the incompletion. They've got the lead late, setting up 4th down. Can they come up with one more stop? If they get it, they might win this game.
This late in the game, there's really no question about it. To have any chance to tie this thing up, they have to convert here on 4th down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. To the air on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath because in the 4th quarter, you've got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you. And that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
Zings it complete to the right. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. It's the open man. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. And they are looking to pull even with a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown Bears!
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game now. All you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. This one is about finding the balance between being aggressive and not being reckless, Jesse.
The only way this thing works, though, if they're going to be aggressive, this offensive line has got to be able to hold up here for this QB.
Yeah, because you need to take shots beyond the sticks so the clock will stop and you can save every second you have.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. At the 35, he's open. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
Every possession later in the game means so much more. You start getting in the fourth quarter, one-possession games, QB drops back and makes these first downs. These extra set of downs now become so much more important late in these ball games.
Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Trying to escape and get it himself. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. The Hokies will line it up on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. And the field goal unit is on the field. This kicker has missed his only attempt and desperately needs this one for the game. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
Big-time moment. This place going bananas, cheering for their squad, cheering for this guy to miss the kick so he can't take the lead, but he delivers in the clutch, and this place just got really quiet.
That last field goal gave them a 3-point lead. Now to see if they can cover the kickoff and keep them out of field goal range. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. That was fun, and it was big time, and it is a confidence builder to come through waning moments and win a game like that.
Confidence builder, dream maker, right? Those are the things you dreamed about in the backyard, drawing it up with the clock running down. You're going to make the play to win. Your offense is going to come through in the clutch. Jesse, that's exactly what they did.
No doubt about it, David. That's a tough situation to be in. There's so much pressure on these individual players to have to step up and have to make that big play. But you could see the belief they had in each other, the respect they have for each other, and now moving forward, this is a huge confidence builder for this team.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.